Hi, this is Swati Ramya, Assistant Professor, AIDS Department, SNS Institution. You are here with me in NLP lecture series. In this video, you are going to see the DT-based activity done by my student. That is case study activity. Before that, let me give you the introduction, small introduction about the topic. Today's topic was sentiment analysis. I'll tell you the short story how the sentiment analysis worked for my friend. My friend named Priya who have a boutique in Coimbatore and she was doing a very great business in offline, so she was planning to launch his boutique through website also. She was launching his website and initially the business was taking up very good, but later of 2-3 months the selling was going literally very down. The revenue from the website was keep on going down, so she want to analyze the customer review, but she could not able to review all the customer reviews because she used to get number of reviews. For a day she is getting 1,000 customer reviews, so she could not able to categorize the reviews. There comes the picture of sentiment analysis. So she used the technology sentiment analysis and she categorized the customer reviews and customer feedback. From that she could able to analyze where goes wrong and she able to correct the mistake, and now the business was going too well. This is the application of the sentiment analysis. Now let me call the third year students Pavan, Praveenanand, Naren and Rajesh Kumar. They are going to have a case study on this sentiment analysis. You can see the video. Thank you.
What is sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis is also known as opinion making. It's a technique used to identify the emotion or opinion behind a piece of text. In simple words, it tells us whether the sentiment of a sentence is positive, negative or neutral. For example, if someone says, "I love this product," that is clearly a positive sentence. Same, if someone says, "This is the worst experience ever," it defines negative. And if they say another word, say for example, "It's okay, not great," then it is a neutral reaction. Why it is useful? Sentiment analysis is used everywhere today. Companies use it to analyze customer reviews and improve products. And brands monitor social media posts to understand public opinion. Even in politics, it is used to see how people feel about a policy or a candidate.
Types of sentiment analysis. There are 4 types of sentiment analysis. First one, fine-grained sentiment analysis. Classify sentiment into categories like very positive, neutral, negative, and very negative. Aspect-based sentiment analysis. Analysis sentiment towards specific aspect of product or a service. Example, the battery is like amazing, but the screen is dull. Positive sentiment for battery life, negative for screen. Next one, emotion detection. Goes beyond polarity to detect emotion like joy, anger, sadness, etc. Next one, intent-based sentiment analysis. Understand the intent behind the sentiment. Example, I wish to have a better camera, suggestive intent, not just a negative.
How does sentiment analysis work in NLP? Sentiment analysis, also known as opinion mining, involved in interpreting and classifying emotion expressed in textual data. The process generally follows 3 main steps. Textual pre-processing. Before any analysis, the raw data must be cleaned and standardized. The steps involve removing punctuation and special characteristics that don't carry sentiment, eliminating stop words such as this, the, at, and some punctuation words. Tokenization, which breaks the text into individual words or phrase tokens. This step ensures that the data is in the form that models can interpret effectively. Feature extraction. The clean text need to be converted into numerical format since the machine learning model operates on numbers. Common technique involves bag of words, BOW, counts word occurrence without considering grammars or word error. TF-IDF, term frequency, inverse document frequency, evaluates how important a sentence is documented related to the collection of words. Next is word to vec or bird. Capture the sentiment meanings and context of words, allowing the better interpretation of language's nonsense. The next step is classification. Once features are extracted, the next step is to classify the sentiment using machine learning or deep learning model. The first model is traditional machine learning model, which is tail-based model. The probabilities model that's simple and fast. Next, support vector machines, which works well for high dimension data. Logistic regression, often used for binary sentiment classification, which may be positive or negative. Advanced deep learning topics, LSTM, long-term, short-term memory, The type of recurrent neural networks are effective sequential data format. Next, transformer like BRT, bidirectional encoder represented from transformer, understand the concepts of words in a sentence by considering both left and right words. Sequence lead to states of in sentiment analysis.
Real world example. Let's say a person tweets, the flight was delayed for 3 hours, but the crew were super friendly. This has mixed sentiments. A basic model might struggle, but advanced systems like aspect based models will identify. Negative for flight delay, positive for cruise service. Tools used: text blog, simple and beginner friendly. Vader, great for social media sentiment. Transformers like BERT, state of the art model for deeper understanding. Challenges: sentiment analysis isn't always easy. Some major challenges include sarcasm. Wow, I totally loved waiting 5 hours at the airport. Sounds positive, but it's actually negative. Context: a word hot could mean good or bad depending on the context.